TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okwade, and this is Africa Now. Reacting to Africa Union's Commission last week's unilateral decision to grant Israel an official observer status at the Continental Organization, South Africa's government says it was appalled by the act at the unjust and unwarranted decision of the African bloc. Israel obtained the AU observer status last week, 20 years after it previously held the role at the Organization of African Unity, up until 2002 when the OAU was disbanded and replaced by the AU. South Africa adds that the move was taken unilaterally without consultations with its members. According to the Israeli Foreign Ministry, the new status could enable Israel help the AU battle the coronavirus pandemic and terrorism on the continent. France's highest appeal court on Wednesday found the vice president of Equatorial Guinea guilty of embezzling funds that funded his lavish lifestyle after the rejection of his appeal by the Court of Cassation. The assets are said to be put on sale under a new French law, which stipulates that the money worth tens of millions of dollars, instead of going to the French state's coffers, will be returned to the country's people. Teodoro Obiang Nguema, son of President Teodoro Obiang Nguema Masogo, who has ruled Equatorial Guinea for over 4 decades, had in February 2020 been sentenced to 3 years in prison with a suspended sentence, 30 million euros in fine, and the confiscation of all his assets seized for laundering of misuse of social assets, embezzlement of public funds, and breach of trust between 1997 and 2011 by the Paris Court of Appeal. A Kaduna State High Court has freed the leader of a banned Shia group Islamic Movement of Nigeria and his wife of all 8 criminal charges against him, his defense and prosecution lawyers say. Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaki and his wife Zinatu have been standing trial in the courts for the past 4 years on an 8-count charge of culpable homicide, disruption of public peace, and unlawful assembly, among others leveled against them by the Kaduna State government. Justice Gideon Kurada ruled that there were no charges to answer and acquitted the pair. Tanzania has broken free from the policies of late President John Magufuli, who repeatedly dismissed the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic. On Wednesday, Tanzania launched its nationwide inoculation campaign with a new president, Samia Suluhu Hassan, receiving her COVID-19 vaccine in public. The East African nation is one of the world's last countries to embrace jabs in the fight against the disease. Tanzania will give priority to special groups of frontline workers, the elderly, and those with underlying diseases in its vaccination drive. Ghana is set to criminalize LGBTQ community members with a bill that was submitted to the parliament in June, titled The Promotion of Proper Human Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Family Value Bills 2021. The proposed bill could see LGBTQ community members imprisoned between 5 to 10 years for identifying or advocating for their rights. Ghana's laws already criminalize gay sex by forbidding unnatural carnal knowledge. The bill enjoys strong support among Ghanaians and cross-party support, with Ghana's parliamentary speaker Alban Bagbin openly backing the proposed law. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. We move to business after the break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back in business. Speaking at the Global Education Summit in London on Wednesday, President Muhammadu Buhari has pledged that the federal government of Nigeria will increase its education funding by 50% in 2 years and up to 100% by 2025, beyond the 20% global benchmark. Executive Secretary of Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Professor Suleiman Bogoro, revealed that the federal government approved 8.5 billion naira for research in medicine and other areas under the National Research Fund scheme. Buhari joins presidents of Ghana, Kenya, Malawi, and Togo in the pledge to improve funding to education at the conference co-hosted by the Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson, and the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta. Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa recorded a significant increase of cyber attacks in the banking and financial sector in the second quarter of 2021 compared to quarter one of 2021, according to a research. Cyber attacks in Kenya recorded a significant increase at 59%, with South Africa at 24% and Nigeria pegged a 32% upsurge. Kaspersky research shows that the top malware families used were crypto miner malware, financial backing trojans, and ransomware. And away from business, Sudanese-style mosques in the northern Côte d'Ivoire have become the first African property to be inscribed on the prestigious UNESCO World Heritage List during this year's 44th session of the World Heritage Committee. Many state parties of the committee held that Africa is underrepresented in the World Heritage List and supported the inscription of African properties. The serial property includes 8 small adobe mosques. Their distinctive Sudanese style originated around the 14th century in the town of Djenne in central Mali, according to UNESCO. And to sports, 10 of Nigeria's 20 athletes have been declared ineligible to compete at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games by the Athletics Integrity Unit for failing to meet the minimum requirements of Rule 15 of the World Athletics Anti-Doping Rules. According to the Athletics Integrity Unit, an athlete from a country must undergo at least 3 urine and blood tests conducted no less than 3 weeks apart in the 10 months leading up to a major event before they become eligible to represent their national team. The draw for next year's rescheduled Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon will be held on 17th August. The Confederation of African Football has sent out letters to football associations inviting them for the draw that had been due to be held on June 25th. Both the finals and the draw were postponed due to the global COVID-19 pandemic. The tournament is scheduled to be held from 9th January to 6th February next year, with 24 nations set to take part. And that is Africa Now. For more updates, to visit our website at www.TOS Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube to stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Ukmade. Thanks for watching.